Hey there everyone and welcome to my craft room. My name's Julianne Richards and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Today I just want to do a quick pre-recorded video just to show you the extraordinary Flora bundle from the new catalogue. It's actually on page 84, yes, 84 and 85 of the new catalogue. It comes with a stamp set. It comes with a die, which is actually one die, one sort of multiple, it cuts multiple images with the one die. And as an add-on, you can purchase the amazing washi, the extraordinary Flora washi tape, which is this here. Now, I've got to say I am a newbie when it comes to washi tape. I didn't even own any until a friend took pity and sent me some because she felt that I needed to have it in my craft room. She sent me the little skinny ones. This is obviously a lot broader and it's got a beautiful pattern on it that repeats. So some lovely flowers. They repeat the full length of the tape and they actually correspond with the die. So you can actually cut the little flowers, they're positioned so you can cut them out with the die. And as I say, they repeat, but they repeat in two different colours. So if I bring that up, I don't know if you can see, there's just about on the right hand side of my screen, there's a purple sort of rose with 5 leaves. And then further up towards the washi tape, there's a sort of the same rose, but it's in a red colour. Oh, this is easier when I show you what I've already attached to a piece of cardstock. But anyway, so you basically get the same images twice, but because they have different colours, you can actually use them. You know, you don't get this samey sort of thing. So anyway, so as I say, total newbie with washi tape, but I am enjoying playing with this immensely. So here I have already popped a length of the washi tape onto a piece of white cardstock. What I'm going to do is use this to actually die cut and get those little images out to show you. You can actually just use it, of course, like normal washi tape, just lay it straight onto your card base, and I'm actually going to make one of those as well to show you how I've done that. 2 cards that sort of show both elements of that I've discovered so far with this gorgeous product. So the die, so what I've done, as I say, just laid the washi tape out on a sort of 3.5 inch wide piece of cardstock. I then used my brayer to sort of get all the air bubbles out and stuff like that. I tried to record it, but I was a bit clumsy and I didn't want you to see me clumsy, so I just once I finally succeeded, I decided I'd show you the end result. Yeah, so as I say, I'll get better as time goes by. This took me a few tries to get this nice and flat without any bubbles, but here you go, I've done it. Just proves that anyone can do it if they try. Okay, so that's what I've got there. So what I'm going to do is grab the die. Now this is the die here. As you can see, lots of the little flowers all in one. And if you rotate it, you'll actually see where they overlap. So see here, so I'm lining up that little rose that I pointed out to you as a reference point, and the other little patterns just fit nicely in all those little holes. So that's what we're going to get when we die cut it. And then I can move it down here, do the same at this end and get more, and then move it up here and do the same and get more up here as well. So 3 cuts, I should have lots and lots and lots of little wonderful flowers. So let's grab my cut and emboss machine. I'm going to stand up. Always can't die cut sitting down. It just doesn't work that way. I'm not quite tall enough. Okay, so I'll start with the middle one first. As I say, just position it in so all the little beautiful images are peeking out of the holes the way they should. That's about right. Pop that through. Somebody did say how many images that gives you. I think 16 or something somebody said. I can't remember what it exactly was, but it's a lot. So there they are. A few of them. I'll move the rest off there. And there. There we are. I'll poke them out. We'll pop it through another couple of times, get the rest of the images. Waste not, want not. Okay, move it up. I'll do this end first. So I think that's here. just going to get these little few here, and there's this, the flower there is, there's a little leaf that's cut off, obviously, because it's not an entire rotation or entire it's cut off a bit anyway. Sorry, while I'm concentrating, I can't put my words together. There we are. But we can use that. We can tuck that behind and use it just as well as a full one. No waste here, except for maybe the inside bits. And somebody said to me the other day, a friend said, oh, the die cut, what you've got left, you could use it as a mask. And that's very true, you could. Use it, get a blender brush, use it as a mask. So that's those. And I'll just do the last lot, which is these few here. I'll get my second beautiful rose, which is actually what I'm after. I need 2 of the roses for one of the cards I'm going to make. Okay. We'll leave that there. There's obviously lots of little white bits that haven't got anything on them, or bits that have part of them. We don't have to keep those. We can put those aside, or we can use them with the stamp set, I assume. We can use them as background, something like that. Anyway, so that is the die, the use of the die with the washi tape. Now, I haven't used the die with the stamp set yet. That's an adventure that's still ahead of me. Okay, so let's have a look at these gorgeous things. And they look, just because they've got the plastic coating of the washi tape, they look warm. They've got a slight sort of matte sheen to them. They almost look like they're little plastic stickers almost. You know what I mean? They've sort of got that warm glow to them. Okay, I think that's it. So that's all the little images that I've got out of our washi tape. Bring those a bit closer. There you go. Super cute. Now, what are we going to do with them? Let's pop them aside. Okay, so the first card I'm going to do for you uses just the little cutouts, and I've made them into a little wreath here. The background is, and I knew I wanted to get the bling. Hang on, bear with me. I'll grab the bling. The bling is the beautiful flower accents, beautiful gold bling, which I think goes so well with these colours. Anyway, so the background has been embossed already with this Soft Waves embossing folder, and I have a little 2 3/8 circle which I'm using to pop the little flowers around. So here's my bits, what I've already done. So there's the embossing folder. It's a 5 3/4 by 4 1/8 card base, just giving it a little bit more length than my normal, and the layer is 1/4 inch smaller, so 5 1/2 by 3 7/8. I'm just going to glue. Thank you, glue. I'm going to glue. Got it squishy there. I'm going to glue the Soft Waves layer straight to the card base. Okay. It's one of my favourite embossing folders. Although I do have a new favourite out of the new catalogue, but I haven't shown you that yet. Okay, so we're going to bring in our circle. This is our 2 3/8 circle. What I thought I'd do first is just stamp my sentiment. I've got some more there. I've got leaves and flowers all over the place. With love in the sentiment is this cutest little with love there. I'm going to bring out the Pretty Peacock colours by stamping my sentiment in Pretty Peacock, and because I love it. Just going to stamp that first, and then I'll know I can sort of safely put my little wreath around the outside. So with love, just roughly in the middle of my circle. And then we can start building our little wreath around. So what I thought it was easier, I just actually popped a circle of glue all the way there around the outside. And now I can build up my little wreath. So this is the one I needed the 2 roses for. So I'm going to use the pink rose, and if I can find him, the little red rose as well. And they're going to be the 2 sort of opposite sides of my wreath, and then I'll build around with these other little flowers and things as well. I want that one, and I want that one, and that one, I think. What else did I use? I think that's it to get started with. Let's see. They're quite large because they will take up a fair bit of the wreath on their own. So let's go. So as I say, I'm going to start with the roses sort of here. And the other one on the other top. Just so I've got some bits to start with, and then I can build in and around. Okay, so we've got our roses top and bottom. Then I'll start bringing in the other flowers. Now they sort of, you can imagine they've sort of got a bit of a curve to them, so you can match the curve with the direction of the wreath. So see this one, that flower that comes around, seems to come around that way a wee bit. So you can pop that on there. Coming in, sorry, I don't like that one. We'll start, oh, they all come that way. Okay, we'll go this way then. So I'm just going to bring them all around. This one obviously is going to take up a lot of that corner all by itself, that one there. Okay, and we'll come in with these others. And we'll just build up our little wreath. I'm going to turn that rose around so that his little leaves are that way and his flowers that way. That's better. Okay, and then this last one. I used the last of my glue, so I'll just glue the back of him. I'll just pop the glue there maybe. There we go. There we are. I think I need one more of something. What are we going to use? Oh, there's another one. No, it's too big. That's what have we got? Something a little bit smaller. Just a leaf? No. It's a nice problem to have. Well, I just lift that up a bit so those leaves can go under there. Yeah, and maybe I'll put a flower there. Yep, that's good. Pop that on there. Okay. So there, I've popped that all those beautiful flowers around the edge of that with love to make a beautiful wreath. Love, 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 love it. Love it to death. It's great. And they have a warmth to them. It's funny, much nicer than just cutting out DSP from my designer series paper from my view. Okay, so that's our wreath. I'm going to get some dimensionals and pop them on the back of that. So I will pop the dimensionals right out to the edge so that they sort of stick to our little wreath a little bit and secure that little bit more, you know, with the dimensionals and the glue. So right out to the edge with the dimensionals and then a couple in between. Okay, and we'll bring that into our card base. Yeah. Too cute. And then some bling. Here we go. So as I say, these are our flower accents. And I'll pop a few of these on. I've got a little bit of a gap down here where the leaves aren't quite touching each other, so I'll pop a little bling in there just to fill in a gap. And then I'll pop another couple down here as well. So it's a very special card. It's got 5 bling as opposed to my usual 3. Okay, so that's our first card. So as I say, we've used our beautiful flowers to create a lovely wreath around a 2 3/8 inch circle, and that's just beautiful. And there we are, both of them, the original and the new one. Okay, so that is the first card. So that's just using the little flowers and leaves and things from the washi tape, all die cut and laid onto a wreath. So the next one is this guy here. And with this one, I decided to leave a piece of the washi tape actually on its little cardstock backing and use it as a central panel for the card. Then I brought in another circle and I used what I had left over, or some of what I had left over, to decorate the circle as well. So that's what we'll do with this one. Now, I'm not quite practiced enough to lay the washi tape directly onto the card base. Give me a wee while, I'm sure I'll be fine. And also because the washi tape itself is about 3 inches wide, and I knew that I didn't want a whole 3 inches on the card. I just wanted a little sliver. So I don't know if you've got a keen eye, you'll probably realise that, although you can't quite see, that panel there and they're in half. I've cut it in half. I just did one run with the washi tape on the cardstock, cut it in half, and I've got the two. I'll get the 2 cards out of the width, which is nice, I suppose, because it's such a nice thick card base. Nice thick washi. Okay, so what we've got now is I've got 2 pieces of, again, my pretty peacock. They are 1 3/8 wide and 5 3/4 long. And I've got 2, it's decided to wobble, that's annoying me. And 2 very slick, sort of 1/2 inch wide pieces of gold foil that I'm going to use as well. Didn't want to waste or use a whole piece, so I'm just using the little thin pieces. What I'm going to do is line the gold foil up so it just peeks out. So that's probably 1/8 of an inch, something like that, pops out at the edge of the pretty peacock. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just up one side of the pretty peacock, and then bring in the gold foil, have a wee bit of a play so it lines up both ends, and I've got a nice little bit poking up. A little bit of extra glue there, I'll get that now. The original I did with double-sided, popped on with double-sided tape. I didn't, because it didn't have the wriggle room, I sort of wasn't happy. So glue gives me that chance to line it up and make sure I'm happy with the alignment. So I'll do that other one. Again, just a little thin strip of glue along the edge. Bring in my strip of gold. Make sure it's straight and lined up with the right amount peeking through that I'm happy with just by eye. And there's our second one. So we've got our 2 pieces of gold lined pretty peacock there. What I'll do then is I'm going to just glue this strip of backed washi tape onto the middle of the card. It's a little bit wider than it has to be, so it doesn't have to go, you don't have to be too crazy getting exact, but you know, it's a little bit wider. I think it's 1.5 inches wide, so there'll be a little bit of overlap. But get as centre to the card as you possibly can. Again, I've trimmed all these so that they're the same width as my card base. It's 5 3/4. Pop that on there. Okay, then we'll bring in our 2 side pieces. Now you could put these on dimensionals if you wanted to. If you wanted to give it the little raised up look, I'm just going to pop them on glue. So line them up with the edge of the card, left, top and bottom. You can't see any of the white card's base behind. And then we'll bring in the other one. So the measurement to get right here is that the pretty peacock is 1 3/8 wide. Okay, if you do that, then everything should match nicely. Sort of, and you pop your 1.5 inch strip of washi tape roughly in the middle. You could use your ruler and line it up perfectly if you wanted to, but that all works out. So there we are. So that's our washi tape that you can see down the centre of our 2 strips of beautiful gold foil. Okay, this time I've got a 2-inch circle, and I'm going to I used Congratulations with the first one, which is lovely, and it's a beautiful font and it stamps beautifully. This stamp set, all of them that I've looked at lately, they seem to stamp so clear and bright and yeah, precisely. No sort of little bits of little spiders' webs coming off them or anything like that. They're just really, really, really good, I must say. And this is just not me sort of trying to sell you stuff, but I did buy, and this is admission time, I did buy a non-Stampin' Up stamp lately. It caught my eye on one of the sites, and it wasn't cheap. I didn't go the Temu or anything like that. It was a good brand, and the stamping quality just wasn't anything like our gorgeous Stampin' Up ones. But anyway, that's just me. So what I'm going to do is I've got my With Love there. I'm going to pop a sort of half wreath around the edge of this one. I'm going to use the 3 little reddish flowers, although I've got the purple ones as well you could use. I'm going to use these little leaves, a couple of those, and this one, and at the end of this little guy, I'm going to have to cut him. That's okay, I can cut the end of him, or is there something there? Just want something that'll stick out. So maybe we'll use this one. This one's only a little half one that got chopped off in the embossing machine. Oh, this one did too. Let's use that one. Okay, so we're going to use those to create a little sort of wreath around, curling around. So I'll grab these 2. There's 2 sort of almost like maidenhair fern shapes or leaves. I'll pop those in so that they curl up and around like so. Now I'm working them first so I know that they're not going to go over my sentiment there. So I'll pop those on first. What I'm going to do is grab some more of those dimensionals and just attach them there and there. I know they won't move. Okay, then I'll pop some glue on the back of a couple of these little flowers. And this third little flower I'm just going to pop onto a dimensional and pop that sort of there. But first of all, I'll add another couple of little pieces just to fill it out a bit. There's a little fern here. Use that. And then this little guy. Yeah. And I'm layering it up. It's just so cute. Just layering and layering and layering. And then I'm going to add that little guy on a dimensional, and it's going to be even layeringer. So I only need the end of this guy, so I'm going to just chop him off a wee bit. Yeah. And our little dimensional flower. There we are. Very cute. Now, to balance it up a bit, it looks a bit bare at the top. I thought I'd grab another little flower. It has to be a purple one this time. A little purple flower and a little leaf. I'll pop the little purple flower on a little mini dimensional. Just like so, and then glue them up the top here, just to balance it a bit so it's not so bare at the top. Okay, there's our little with love. I'm going to fill in some spots with some bling as well. There you go. So let's bring that in. We've got some dimensionals on the back already. We'll just continue there. Pop this on our little card base we've already finished. There you are. Oh, that is so annoying. I wonder what's under there. Something annoying. Stop annoying me. Must be something stuck under one of the feet, I'd say. Anyway, I'll try not to push on it. So there we have that mostly done. Going to bring in our little bling again and pop some bling in. Oh, come here, you. Okay, and that is our second card done. So there's that one with the with love, and there's one with congratulations. Okay, so they are the two cards that I've made with the washi tape and the dies and the sentiments from the bundle. Yeah, And really, I can't wait to try and make more. My brain is just spinning at the moment. It's amazing when you get a product that you really love. Your brain just tries to think about different ways of using it, and you look for things and take inspiration from other places as well. So absolutely love this. As I say, the bundle is the stamp set and the dies. Now, I didn't mention it. I'm so excited. The stamp set has, as well as the sentiments, it has a stamp set that is just one big image. It's one stamp set with all the images on it from the dies. I don't know if you can see that there is just one big stamp. So you pop it on your big stamping pad with your black ink or whatever it is you use to do your stamping, and then you can just stamp that one big image. Grab your blends. I'm not really seeing it well on any of these backgrounds. You get one big image. You can colour them with your blends or your markers or watercolours, whatever you'd like to colour them with, and then you've got run it through the stamps. You'd cut an emboss machine with your dies just the one time, and you've got all those beautiful images as well that you've hand coloured. So, if there comes a point that we can't get the washi tape, heaven forbid, if you get the dies, you can produce those same cute little flowers, whenever you want, for as long as you want. And that's the good thing. It's like fussy cutting DSP is great while you've got the DSP available, but, once that goes, you've got the stamp set and the dies, and you can do all those wonderful things forever and ever. Okay, so that's my 2 cards for today. I hope you really enjoyed that one. Watch out for more uses of this wonderful product. It's really brought a lot of enthusiasm back for me that had been missing for a wee while. But I love this washi tape and the bundle. So if you'd like help purchasing it, please reach out. You can see it online, or you can see it in the catalogue at page 84, and you can order it today. Go for it. Hurry. I don't know how long it's going to be last. It's so nice. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you again next time with lots more.